Alright, hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of To The Max Outdoors. Well, here we are. It's late winter. As you can see here, we're down here on the reloading table. We're doing some reloading. And I thought it'd be a good time to talk about a little tool that I use that I've really grown fond to the past few years. Now, what we're going to talk about in this short video today is this Lee case conditioning kit. Now, as you'll see there, this case conditioning kit is basically your case trimming, case preparation. So what this Lee case conditioning kit has in it, it's for trimming casings more so. That's why I bought it. It comes with a cutter. It comes with a thumb lock screw. It comes with a large and small rifle pocket primer pocket cleaner, and it comes with an inside and an outside chamfering tool, deburr tool. Now, in addition to the Lee case conditioning kit, you have to purchase the, let me get my finger out of the way there. You have to purchase the caliber specific gauge pen and the appropriate shell holder for that. Now I'll show you why that all is important here in a minute, but the reason I really like this is, so what I have here is a Winchester 300 short magnum. That's what I'm reloading. I'm working on a new round for my deer hunting rifle. And the reason we all hand load is because we want to be accurate as possible on every step. That's why we hand load. So this is a manual method, and you can hook a drill up to this and do it with a drill, but I like the manual part of it because I can feel the cutter cutting. I can feel any imperfections in the rim when I'm cutting it. I really like the way this works, and it's pretty inexpensive. Now there again, we're doing small batches here. I don't think this manual method would be for that guy doing 100 rounds at a time unless he had a lot of time to spend on it. I don't load that many at one time, so what I will say is this Lee case conditioning kit in the caliber specific case length gauges have allowed me to produce a round that is absolutely 100% consistent on all the different powder charges or bullet combinations. I keep everything 100% consistent this way, and I can feel any imperfections that I may have when I'm trimming my cases. So we'll talk about that right quick, and I'm gonna show you what process, like what stage of it I'll do. So I use all Lee stuff. These are Lee pace setter dies. This is a full length resizing die and a de-primer. So just like standard. And what I have here, I have a, there you go, you can see it. This is a once fired factory Barnes bullet. So just like any other thing, I'm going to put some resizing lube on the neck of it and around the casing here. Put it in here. I'm going to turn my back to the camera for a second and pop the primer out. Boom, the primer come right out. There we go, our primer is knocked out of its pocket. Simple standard procedure. I'm going to wipe the lube off of it. While I'm wiping the lube off of it, I'm looking for any imperfections that might be in the case neck, around the case. The whole simple procedure. Same procedure we always do. Now in this Lee case conditioning kit, I said it come with a large and small rifle pocket cleaner. I'm going to get that out. I'm going to clean my pocket out. A nice flat bottom cutter in there. Nice to primer pocket, gets all that residual carbon out. As I'm cleaning that with the primer pocket cleaner, I'm also inspecting my primer pocket, looking for anything that doesn't belong in there, any kind of imperfections in it, and I'm checking the bottom of the casing also. So we're all good there. Now here's where, in this case conditioning kit, like I said, it came with the cutter and it came with a thumb screw. Now the thumb screw that comes in the case conditioning kit, it has the male thread on it. Now your shell holder that comes in your caliber specific case length gauge, it has a shell holder in it, and it's just like a standard shell holder that goes in your press. Goes in, thumb screw it down. You just do it finger tight. And then your gauge length pen, like I said, your case length pen, these are all caliber specific. It has a pin in the center of it and a shoulder of it. that pin goes down into the primer pocket inside of it, and it'll bottom out against the thumb screw. So you can only trim to a specified length. And that's what I really like about it, is you're able to repeat a consistent cut every time. Now, I do find that these are a little bit stiff, so I grip the gauge length pen with a pair of pliers, and I just simply bottom the cutter face. I bottom the cutter face to the bottom of the gauge length pen. I don't torque it down, I just bottom it out. Like I said, this goes inside the neck of the shell. It'll bottom out, and then I just start twisting it, cutting. And I'll hold it up here. You can see, hopefully, you can see the brass shavings coming off of it. Now, the reason I like this is because I can feel it cutting. I'm feeling for any kind of imperfections. I know if I'm hanging up real bad, I've got a burr or a crack. I've found split necks by doing this way, and it's ones that I couldn't see or weren't as Captain Obvious. You can feel the cutter catching on them. Then you can feel when the gauge length pin bottoms out on the thumb screw in here, you can feel there's no resistance and there's no shavings coming off, and the sound even changes. Boom, I've just done that. I've trimmed that casing exactly the same as I've got these other 6 here trimmed. Now, out of the case conditioning kit, you have the inside and the outside deburring tool. While I have it in there, I'll go and give this thing a nice couple turns. I'll put a nice chamfer on the inside, flip it over, put a nice chamfer on the outside. And there you have it. You have a beautifully trimmed case that you're able to duplicate the whole time over. I knocked just a little bit of the dust out of it, and I'll repeat that process on my other two that I have to do. You know, eventually later I will, but for video's sake, I'll show you. And this is the awesome thing about it. So when you go to measure 2.09, 2.09, 2.09, I'm duplicating the same case trim every time. And on the back of each one of these case length gauge calibers, specific case length gauges, it has the trim length on them. I found that every one of them is right in the middle. So for this 300 short magnum, they're saying 2.080 is the minimum to 2.100 for the maximum. All of them come out to 2.09. That's pretty common through every one of these I've used for my different calibers that I reload. The trim length is right in the middle of the minimum maximum range, which is really great. These 300 Winchester short magnums seem to stretch a pretty good bit every time you shoot them. Some calibers don't, but I think anybody that's looking to duplicate case trim lengths in the manual, maybe a little bit cheaper side, these are really affordable. They're available pretty much anywhere that sells precision reloading stuff. They're pretty common. So there again, that Lee case conditioning kit, it's got the cutter, it's got the primer pocket cleaner, it's got the chamfer tool and the thumb screw. And then the only thing you need to buy is your caliber specific gauge length pen. And just like I showed you, you're able to duplicate the same exact trim length every time manually. Like I said, you're feeling it cut, you're feeling any imperfections. I think it's awesome tool. I highly recommend it. I buy them. I really like it. So leave me some comments, some feedback on how you guys trim. I know there's a 1,000 ways to trim. I like the manual part of it. That's why I reload. I like to be hands-on in every step of the process, and I like to produce a consistent, loaded round every one I do. So I think that's why we do it. Leave me your comments. Thank you for watching To The Max Outdoors.